I was in boarding school, so it was really good.
Did you come to Canada alone?
Yes, I did.
No family?
I applied by myself to come to Canada, which was really difficult.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I came to Canada by myself.
Okay, and so how did you end up on the streets?
It's a long story, but it's mostly because I invested in business. I invested in a business idea that failed. I was wrong college just down the street.
Wow.
And I had a fashion business. And, yeah.
When parents are trying to send their kids abroad to come and study, you guys, you have to be more intentional. Like, agents will just tell you, oh, pay for school and come and that's it. But there's more to it. There's really more to it. If you're sending your child abroad to come and school, at least make sure that you pay the school fees so that they don't have to, over hustle. Just saying that if we are going to save cost on accommodation, at what cost? Do you want your kids to be coming back from school and seeing needles on the floor? The environment has a great impact on our children. Happy Sunday, you guys. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? The weather in Regina, Saskatchewan today is amazing. Very beautiful weather. So the weather is very good today. It is -4 degrees. So I'm really feeling like a baby girl. Like really, really feeling like a baby girl because the weather is good. So we're able to dress well. I went to church and got back from church, and yeah, I'm here at HomeSense. I want to return a lamp I bought. It doesn't fit the aesthetics of my house, so I'm going to return that and see if I find something else. So that's why I'm here. And later in the day, I'm going to the gym with Dami. And yeah, what else? I think that's all I have for today. I didn't post any video today. No video went up today. That's why I'm like, okay, let me quickly put out something here. So in recent times, I know most of you must have seen the video of the Nigerian students that came to Canada, are currently homeless, and they're homeless, and they also, it looks like there's some drug misuse as well. Like from what I can see from the video, it appears to me like there's drug misuse and there's homelessness. And this is one thing that I've always thought about. And that's why I want us to have this conversation today. So like always, please leave your comments in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. So a lot of us say we bring our children to foreign land because we want to give them a better standard of living, want to give them a better life. But have we thought about the hidden impact of the environment on the children? When I think about those students, I always think about the impact that environment has on children, and that is most times overlooked. I remember when I was moving to Canada in 2022, some of the Nigeria groups I was on, one of the things that those seniors that were already landed here, one of the things they always advocate for is that, oh, get on the low-income housing list, That way you save yourself some money. That way you save yourself the expense of having to pay full rent, right? Because here in Regina, if you're on the low-income housing, you get to pay like maybe $400 or $500 for like a 3-bedroom duplex or a 4-bedroom duplex. It's relatively cheap because it's low-income housing. But at what cost are you saving? At what cost? What impact does that have on your child? Now, if you're living in a very good environment, you're living in a good community, a family-oriented community, you are kind of assured that your children will be shielded from some things. Example, maybe some drug misuse, violence within the community, things like that. There are some communities where you live in where there's low footprints, like people don't walk around, you hardly see dangerous things around. There's hardly any danger or crime around that area. But when you live in low income areas, most of the time, I'm not saying all of the time, but most of the time, this is what is normal. There's always like poverty, drug misuse, domestic violence. Your children go to the park, you see needles on the floor, things like that. Do you want this to be their norm? So sometimes when we're thinking about saving costs and all that, we don't think about what impacts that environment will have on our children. And we make that mistake, we get on the low-income housing list, we stay in the low-income housing area, and then that has an impact on your child. Another thing is that here in diaspora, your children go to school based on your catchment area. So if you are living in a particular area, you cannot take your children out, you cannot take your children to a school in another area. So when your children are going to a school in the low-income area, what happens? They tend to mix with kids who have maybe dysfunctional homes. You know, they mix with kids that their norms are kind of like full of violence and trauma and things like that. And one way or the other, that has an impact on your child. Now, let me speak for myself. Personally, whenever I'm looking for a home, the first thing I always think of is the environment. What effects is that going to have on me and the children? If it's only me, personally, you know, I know that as an adult, I can quickly get in and get out. But at the same time, you get worried about going home at night, going home in the dark because you don't want to get hot or things like that. But when you are living in a good area, you don't have to worry about that. So now let me take this back to those students that came. Let's say when they came, they were living in an area where those drug activities and those, you know, all those lifestyle is relatively easier. You know, there's good community, you know, people that they can lean on, even if they are by themselves, but they are in a good community, a good environment, like a family-oriented environment. I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think that they would be in the situation where they are right now, because they will get support and, you know, they will be able to mingle with the right set of people. But when you are in the core of Toronto, downtown Toronto, ask anybody that knows, that is where everything happens. There's a lot of drug misuse, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of crime. And once that becomes your norm, you will not know when peer pressure will make you do what you're not supposed to do. That being said, what I'm advising here, let me take that back. I don't like to advise. What I'm suggesting here is that when parents are trying to send their kids abroad to come and study, you guys, you have to be more intentional. Like, agents will just tell you, oh, pay for school and come and that's it. But there's more to it. There's really more to it. If you're sending your child abroad to come and school, at least make sure that you pay the school fees so that they don't have to, you know, over hustle to pay all those. Make sure you pay their school fees. Make sure that you kind of find a support network for them. You know, I know of someone who took the children to the UK to study. The person is a Canadian, but the person decided to send his daughter to the UK to go study. He flew there with the child. He went there with the child. I know we don't have that luxury as Nigerians. Our passport is not strong enough. We don't have that luxury to up and just travel anywhere, right? But you have to try and make connections. Make sure that you know at least one or two people. Or or maybe you kind of like keep checking up on your child. Look for support networks to support children, because it can be lonely and depressing when you are by yourself in a foreign land and you know nobody. These are just some of the things that were in my head. These are some of the thoughts I have. So it also applies to us that have younger children. If you are looking for a community where you want to live, make sure you're living in a, you know, safe and friendly, family-oriented community, so your children are not exposed to violence and crime and, you know, drug misuse and things like that. Now, I remember watching some lady's video where she was talking about jackpot dying after living abroad because your children are going into wrong hands. Now, you know how London is as well. Those low-income housing, those people that live in the projects, you see that when they don't have, maybe your parents have gone to work, you know, long hours, and they don't have anybody to supervise them, they now turn to the other children in the community or the other grown-ups in the community. And those ones somehow lure them into those violent behaviors. So in as much as we want to save, we have to be very intentional. We have to be very, very intentional about ourselves, our children, and our journey here in diaspora. Anyway, that's just what I wanted to share today. I'm going to quickly rush into HomeSense to return the slides, and I'm going to take you guys with me. What do you guys think about my face? Is it giving? As in, I feel like my skin these days is just popping a lot, and all thanks to Hello Beauty Canada. Like her products, what she recommended for me is really working, and I see a huge difference on my face. But anyway, yeah, let me rush in there. I'll take you guys with me, and then we'll probably pick up something nice that we find. Okay. It's -4 degrees, but it's not cold at all. Like, it's not cold at all. I'm enjoying the weather. I don't like when it's like so high, but today's weather is just perfect. Yeah, so that is what I came to. I just came to return this light, and we're going to go into Homelessness to return it real quick. This is my camera. We're going to go into Homelessness. So I returned that already. So it was 2. This is the other one right there. This is the other one. And it's like, okay, yeah, 129, but it doesn't fit. So I have to look for something. I don't know if this one will fit right there. I'm looking for something really nice. This one is too small. This one too is kind of small. Look at this big stuff. Like, they are so cute. It's so nice. $16.99. I don't like coming to the store when it's crowded. Like, Homelessness is so crowded right now. I hate coming here when it's crowded. Let me go to the other side and see. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever you come into the store and you see your colleague, do you say hi to them? I actually don't. Except it's somebody that I'm used to, that I have a conversation with at work, or that we have a good relationship at work. Besides that, I do not. I really do not say hi. So I don't know. Is it just me, or do you say hi? I just saw this huge bag right here. Like, look at this one. And they're so soft, very soft. So, I don't know what I'll use them for. This one is $39, $40, and this one is $70. My boot is actually this Praja brand, and it's very durable, but I don't think I need those for anything. And then look at this one too, like mad size, quality leather. The quality of the leather is mad, and it's just $60. You can imagine if you're going on a trip, you put everything in here. You have what you need. But no, it's not my style.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go see what else we find. This is a cute Bottega dupe, and it's $70. Like, it's a cute dupe. I also have a Bottega dupe at home that I bought here. I think I bought that one for like $50. But this one is $70, and it's pretty. I don't know if these are for girls or for like women. I think I'll take pure giving me baby fever. Look. Like, honestly, baby fever. Should I have a baby in Canada? Or am I done? Look at this one. Like, look at that. Look at how cute that is. Even here, like, so much baby fever. People say they come to Canada and try for another baby, but I don't know if I want to do it. I don't think I want to do it, but do you think I should? Crowded in here, I'm just gonna go. I have the socks and that's all I need. I'm gonna leave. I don't think I need any other thing. I didn't find what I'm looking for, so I'll just go home and come back on a day when it's less crowded. Seems like the weather is so good, everybody's outside. I'm going to my house. So I just finished from Homelessness. I'm gonna go to Hello Beauty Canada to go get some skincare products for my husband, and then I'll go home and go prepare for the gym. But yeah, you get the drift. I'm just saying that if we are going to save cost on accommodation, at what cost? Do you want your kids to be coming back from school and seeing needles on the floor? Or do you want your kids to be coming back from school and be seeing people fighting? There's crime, there's domestic violence, there's just homeless people on the street and people loitering around your area. Is that what you want your kids to see? You know, the environment has a great impact on our children. And I remember those days when I was growing up, because I grew up in Okokomaiko. My father would always tell me to stay inside the house because he didn't want me to mingle with the people in the community, because he felt like they would influence me. And to an extent, he was right. So instead of me, in my own way, depriving, because that way I was deprived from, playing and all that. I can't go out. I was almost get inside in quotes. I can't go out. I'm always in the house. My dad will not allow me go out to play because he was scared that I will mingle with the wrong set of people. So now, in my own way, instead of making my children that almost get inside, I can't let them go outside and play, I'd rather take them. I don't know why I'm panting so hard. Excuse me, let me catch my breath. So instead of putting them in a situation where they are not able to go out, they're not able to play, they're not able to socialize, I'd rather, spend a little more money and put them in a safe and conducive living environment. That doesn't mean that they will not still encounter bad people, or they will not still encounter peer pressure or things like that. But at least you've brought it down to the minimum. You've brought it down a notch, because if you're living in an environment where it is full of crime and stuffs, then they see it every day. It becomes something that they are used to, becomes their norm. And seeing people shooting up on the streets, people laying on the floor, things like that, it has an impact. It has its own negative impact. So that my question is, if you are trying to save cost on housing, to what impact does that have on your children? I know that all hands are not equal. Not everybody can afford, living in some kind of areas. But if you can, don't, out of selfishness or out of the fact that you want to save some extra money, or because you want to be able to send money to people at home for them to feel like, oh, you are good or you are nice, you now deprive your children of the joy that they are supposed to enjoy from you. Anyway, guys, this is just what I was thinking of, and I thought that we could share. I hope you guys are having a beautiful beginning of the year. Happy New Year if you're just seeing me this year. And I pray that the Lord will continue to keep us, protect us, and teach us the right steps to take in order to make our lives somewhat comfortable, and if not comfortable, at least very good, God will just help us to achieve our heart desires. Hi people, I just got home. I got there like this, story upon story upon story. So I'm just reaching the house now. But yeah, so these are the stuffs I got. The Hello Beauty Canada. And she has her Instagram page, her Instagram handle. I'll leave it in the description box. But yeah, so these are the things I got. Kojisan soap. I use it for my face. I use it for my body. Very good. As you can see now, skin skin glowing like milk, this is what I use. And then I use Retouch. It has azelaic acid, kojic acid, niacinamide, and transnasamide acid, whatever. Anyway, I use this for my face as well. And she has also asked me to go and buy retinol. She said I should buy the ordinary retinol, and then I should always use sunscreen. So yeah, that is what I use for my face right now. And my husband is also going to use Kojisan as well. We're going to start using it for him, just to give him a lighter, even skin tone. But anyway, guys, you get the drift. So we'll just have to, whenever we're making choices, we have to think about the hidden sacrifices or the hidden consequences of whatever choices that we make. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy yourself and have a wonderful day. And until we see again, what did we say? Until we see again in the next one.
Bye.
Did you tell them to like, subscribe, and share?
Like, subscribe, or share, or else. And
Like,
subscribe and share.
okay. Bye, guys.
Or